What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to react to a couple of videos in this video. One was the Meet Kevin video that he just released today talking about whether there would be a second stimulus check. And he, in his video, is reacting to the ClearValue tax video talking about there not being a second stimulus check.
The Democrats in the House have submitted proposal after proposal for more spending. We've seen the $2,000 per month. We've seen the $2,000 per month during the pandemic and the $1,000 per month after that. We've seen $1,000. We've seen so many different proposals. Unfortunately, these are all provided by the Democrats, which this is not to take sides left, right, or center. This is just to say right now the Democrats are clearly poised to say we want to give more checks to the people who need it. To me, it's very clear that at least half of our politicians aren't mindful of the debt right now. It's, let's solve this problem, which is okay. You know, there are arguments to be had on both sides.
I just wanted to clarify a few things. One of those being the fact that Meet Kevin talks a lot about the Democrats saying that they want to give stimulus, they want to give more money, they want to help more. But the Democrats are a minority right now. You take the three branches that need to approve this, right? The House, the Senate, and the President. Republicans control two of those. And so if you only have the Democratic support, you aren't going to get things passed. You have to have, honestly, right now, you have to have the Republican support in order to get things passed. So that's the first thing, is that you have to have both parties' support. And we saw that with the first stimulus check. Both parties came together very quickly, and they made things work together quickly. Okay, now Meet Kevin referenced what Jerome Powell talked about yesterday, and I totally agree with what he was saying. I agree that the feds are going to do whatever they can to make things work. They're going to do whatever they can to help stimulate the economy and help to make things go better. Meet Kevin said that when you take out a debt, you have to print money. And that's not necessarily true. You can take out debt in several other ways. I mean, you and I both know that we can take out debt from borrowing from somebody else. And the government does the same exact thing. They do that through bonds and other ways that they can borrow money from others, and they don't have to create more money. Although they can create more money, and that is an option, but they don't have to create more money, and it's definitely not their first option. In fact, before they started giving out all of this money, they had already started buying back bonds. And so this was already a process that they had started, and it was something that they were already cautious of before they even started giving out the money. So lastly, I wanted to touch on this article that talks about David Wilcox. He was one of the Fed's top economists from 2011 to 2018. He states how he's not worried about the current national debt level, and this is because the current the debt level is dependent on the GDP versus the interest rate. And so in reality, even if interest rates were up at 3%, mathematically, we can afford $50 trillion of debt in the United States. Now, that being said, you don't want to be there and you don't want to be maxed out on your debt. But he's just saying, as far as interest rates versus the GDP, you can afford more than 50 trillion right now of debt with how low interest rates are. So lastly, I just wanted to close with a quote from Wilcox where he said, "As long as the GDP grows faster than interest payments, we should be just fine." And then he added, and this is from a guy who has long put the size of the US debt as one of the biggest worries. Now, I'll stand by what I've said from the beginning. I think our personal stimulus checks are done. I think that they might provide more stimulus to unemployment, to small businesses, but I do not think that more stimulus money will be coming to the American people individually, each and every one of us. Living in LA or New York, your cost of living is so much higher. If they just give out blanket sum of money again, how is it going to make sense again when cost of living is just totally different? Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys tune in next time.